Here we go. I think with the microphone in, I'm not getting little pop-ups or line and home, doing their chit chat. Welcome back. What a day, and this day will be remembered certainly for the passing of number 24, Kobe Bryant, and a heavy heart. Pray for his family and his daughter, of course, went to be with you too, Lord, and all those on that helicopter. Uh, I've had some hours to think that through, and I'm this is the day of, and time will pass, and that's tough. I mean, you always think, okay, helicopters. What I did, we had an incident in Seattle, um, near the Como News station, where their helicopter crashed into the street by the Space Needle. And I talked to a helicopter. He trained he's either a pilot or he trained people or both. And yeah, I couldn't, the technical stuff I couldn't get, but that's what I did for a living. It's things happen, and it's tough. But anyway, that's with heavy hearts. So let's start on. Okay. School Us album sales #1. I'll have for months. I've been waiting to talk to somebody on my route. Well, she's just off my route, but such a nice lady. And finally asked her, and I had it all planned, timeline and everything. What kind of music do you like? And she got two little kids, and there's no time for music really, except little kids. And she was busy at work. I realized later. Normally, she has a little more time to chit chat, so that wasn't very successful. But not really probably the type of person that would go for this kind of music necessarily, but with her being so nice, and usually I have more time to talk when I see her, I thought I'd better at least take the opportunity to give her an option and see if you never know. Some people turn out to be musicians and you never know it. Sometimes they like this kind of music and you just had to ask. So, what is it? Asking a big part of the sales process. Got to ask for the sale or just create a conversation. So that didn't happen. What am I talking about, by the way? What is this album? Oh, it's called School Us. Mike Dynamic. Goodyear Productions. All right. Trying to improve, working all the time, getting this easier to read. #2, My Reformation music video. Uh, there's a fellow from church who does videos every year, and I think he can help me, but he's in Japan for 2 weeks. So I I have a week vacation starting about that same time he gets back. It's gonna be tight, and hoping to be able to talk to him before that. But that seems like a strong lead if he's available. There's other people who might be able to help me too, but I got to talk to them. I won't even say their names, but I need some help. I just need some tech help, as is always the case. Lord have mercy. #3, big week for this one. Ding, 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 ding. Worship song. You will be glorified. And that is a theme all the time. Everything we do, everywhere we go. It's a constant awareness to the degree we have the ability to be constantly aware of our Heavenly Father in the midst of our day-to-day lives. But thank you to Yumi for working with me, and God gave me some ideas for what this might look like when the song's complete. who could sing it. Talked to my colleague in the post office about his daughter. We're going to talk to her directly, but she likes to sing. I think about two singers. Uh, I like the Righteous Brothers, but we have girls. Have you heard of anything like it? I don't know. I watched a bunch of harmonies, like the best harmonies, musical harmonies, singers, and virtually all males. Yeah, I think there's, I know there's like the Andrew Sisters and Mr. Sandman, that, and the Cordettes, I think, from the 50s. Those are a couple of girl groups I can think of. But Bananarama would sing together, girls, um, that I can think of. I'm sure there's more that I don't know of, or I'm not thinking of. Anyway, I like those kind of couple voices. Anyway, I have ideas, but we're not even there yet. But I sure like to think about it. YouTube channel every Sunday, and again, oh man, so much stress just coming here. I can't get in here because Google's under my wife, and I just, oh man, I just hate to come into this so frustrated. Just want to go to the computer and use it and go, and it just doesn't happen. So the frustration, and we can go back and forth. Well, you just got to do this. Yeah, I'm saying when I tried to log in, never had the problem before, had it this time. Why isn't it just the same? If it's a problem, it's to be the same problem. I see something new every time, and just because I think it's not going to work out, I'm not even going to be able to do the stream this week. That's because it happened before. I'm very traumatized. Anyway, number 5, rules of engagement. I do plan on talking to my attorney, and I'm looking to make some more connections with networking. Let's talk networking briefly. Possibly, I would love to talk to someone who's familiar with monetizing with social media from a legal perspective and also an accounting perspective. So that's networking. Um, Value ballers, yep, been doing that. It's on the horizon. Complete songs I've made. Yeah, that's gonna be a bit. Like I said, because it's number 8 shoots to the top. We're gonna get that. I got 2 weeks till this vacation, so the hunt has been find a place to record. Um, I I looked on Craigslist. I haven't done that in a long time. My album was recorded by someone, a coworker who found Luke through Craigslist, and I can talk to Luke. I do want to talk to him. I think I have something to share when I say that we got this it's still 8.5 thousand views, but it does go up at least 25 a week, maybe. I think when I get with you next week, it could say 8.6 thousand views because once it gets over that midpoint, 8,500, say 50 views, and it might show up as 8.6 thousand possibly, which is cool. I mean, so it's still being viewed a little bit. I noticed I had 9 views for my last week's YouTube, which is a record. So thank God for that. I guess my daughter was checking it out while I was doing this, so that was cute. The creator of this. Um, but I'm gonna full. I mean, if I wanted to, I'd go full court press and find someone to record within the day. I do have someone who was on my route, $60 an hour. I mean, when I did it with Luke, we were per song on average 10 hours. My account doesn't even go up to. I don't have that. I'm a little over 500 right now. So, and I still want to do some improvements for this YouTube channel, but this is a higher priority than improving the YouTube channel. So we'll just see what happens. Uh, so we're about to get back to the lines, and I guess I can do a little political discussion in the context of this because they do connect. Um, so this song I'm making is called Persona Non Grata. I think I rushed it a little bit just to get that in there. Unwelcome person. So I had an incident. I guess the books are closed once I paid, so I could probably speak to it. with a bicyclist in my postal vehicle, and I'm at fault. No sane person would say that, but we're in Seattle. We used to have a mayor named McSwin. When you live in a city where the mayor was named McSwin, you know the odds are not in your favor if you were not the bicyclist. So, I mean, what can I say? So we got this deal with the Salvation Army. I have someone who attends church with me who works with them, and we tried to email somebody. I didn't hear back, maybe because they thought, oh, he's trying to do 30 hours community service, and we don't want any criminals to have to whatever. I didn't hear back. Can't say why. So I can go there in person, but our church is. I mean, there's a need. You know, we have an issue uh, everywhere. It's going to take all hands on deck, but not all hands want to be on deck. But I got put 30 hours. I've got 15 spoken for if I just help with their monthly feeding. But I really, really want to roll up my sleeves, get to know some people, get to know even one person. If we're dealing like talking about homelessness, I don't want to just be feeding somebody and give them clothes. I want to like, what's it going to take? You know, what's your goal? And then in addition to that, there's a public safety situation. You can't just sleep wherever you want. So you're kind of breaking the pact, the agreement we have as citizens in we'll say the city of Seattle by not residing in an official place of residence, right? Nobody, this isn't what anybody wants. So in a perfect world, it wouldn't happen, but it is what it is in the big city. So just one soul at a time. That's what I say. One soul at a time. And, you know, we have these shootings downtown, which is a bigger threat to public safety than homelessness, certainly. And that can, you know, I got 30 hours. And like I said, oh, I hate to make any commitments, but I've cleared my calendar. I'm not doing anything but working at the post office. And I've got a network. I got to get involved in social, you know, socializing. I got to get in people's, you know, more involved in their life, which is what I want to do. I just thought, well, let me do it the old-fashioned way and create a natural income by just grinding and working. It didn't work. Now we're going the supernatural income route, and that takes God, and it takes people, and it takes networking, and it just takes being out there. And I love to do it. So we'll just see what God has in mind. I'm just going to go out and serve and spread the word. Okay, back to the rhymes. So I haven't really got into how to just do the. Okay, we have persona. I'm going to fix this real quick. So persona non grata, in hot water, simply walking in the ways of the Father. I'm going to rewrite the second. Persona non grata. I just did dittos last time for the third line. In hot water. Just for walking in the ways of the Father. So that's a simple thing. Now, how many times? I think I'm doing that 4 times. Let me try it. Excuse me. Persona non grata, in hot water, simply walking in the ways of the Father. Persona non grata, in hot water, just for walking in the ways of the Father. Persona non grata, in hot water, simply walking in the ways of the Father. Persona non grata, in hot water, just for walking in the ways of the Father. Now, I'm very fond of these lyrics, I must say. I am not fond of repetitive hooks, you know, just over and over, just do it. However, these are strong lyrics. I have more higher willingness to repeat it and almost beat it down, beat it a little bit, you know, to death, not quite, just because I like it. I think it's you listen to more. A lot of these hooks are tired and lifeless and kind of a dull chant, and they repeat the same. It just I skip those tracks. This So that's the balance. Persona non grata in hot water, simply walking in the ways of the Father. Persona non grata in hot water, just for walking in the ways of the Father. Persona non grata in hot water, just for walking in the ways of the Father. Persona non grata in hot water, just for walking in the ways of the Father, and then go. I think that'd be one, two. So do I mean I'm saying for simply walking in and just for walking in, maybe alternate, and then I can say one and three, two and four, and that's the hook. Before I can continue, uh, what came out, this is a setup question. Someone asked Pete, I don't want to say anything bad because I actually liked how he handled it, this Mayor Pete. Um, I mean, way to win somebody over is to not be hostile to someone that has comes at things from a different viewpoint. Quite the opposite. So I heard, okay, Mayor Pete was asked, who would you rather have, Chick-fil-A or Popeyes? Oh yeah, Popeyes is how it sounded. But I did a little quick look, and like in the past, I don't agree with their politics, but they got good chicken. Okay, fair enough. And because what I was thinking is, okay, so here you are, you kick Salvation Army to the curb, and you still can't. It doesn't work. They'll never forgive you. There's no going back. They'll forever consider you persona non grata, Chick-fil-A. Okay, and even though you're trying to turn Salvation Army into persona non grata, so you, as hard as you may try to get on their side, and then you have uh, Salvation Army be where you used to be, and now you've repented of all your sins against the gay agenda. It doesn't work like that. There is no repent. Just like the whole America and slavery thing, there is for the people that want it to never forgive it. They're just never going to let it go. There is nothing you can do to reverse the ill effects. And so, what's the difference? There is none. It's like an ongoing. It'll be an ongoing extortion. You did it, and they're gonna try to get whatever they can from it. But Mayor Pete didn't do all that, and I gotta give him credit. Um, so I did want to say that because I was like, oh man. So and yes, I would agree, man. That's the way you do it. That's what we're looking for. You know, I wouldn't. I don't want to. I heard. Did I say this last week with the he was a heteronormative. He wasn't, it's a gay man with a, yeah, I did mention that. This is nuts, man. Even he can't, he's persona non grata because he's not doing gay the right way. He's doing gay too close to heterosexuality. You're not convincing anybody. You're not faking anybody out. You're not really serious about the gay lifestyle because it's too much like a heterosexual couple or something. I mean, people want to complain. You'll never make them happy. So, now, what are we talking about? So, what I thought was to have three verses. And the first one would be about Chick-fil-A. Um, when they were absolutely persona non grata before they tried to become persona grata. See, I see that's the welcome person, persona grata. So, give me a second and we're going to figure this out. How do we get into this? Because, like I said, we got a strong hook. So, you have the Chick-fil-A day. Go back and let's revisit history, and we can count out the 16. And we can get what can we get out of 16? 1, 2, 3. Well, I don't know how much I get done because I really haven't thought too much about it. I got, I'm on a couple other songs in my head because ideas come, and I haven't been writing them down on kind of intention unless it's just too good to not have down the paper. But then I won't use it for the YouTube channel. 14, 15, 16. Now, let's just discuss for now. I'm gonna brainstorm. All right. So Chick-fil-A, I think, and see, this is well before the Chick-fil-A. I don't know how long they've even been around. I think they've been around before even possible, almost certainly before I'll say the 60s, certainly before even gay marriage was any discussion. And I guess we get to the next generation. I don't know, was Chick-fil-A, could they have got into the San Antonio airport if they had tried 30 years ago and this whole thing was a non-issue? They waited too long, right? They waited too long, and then they tried to get in there after uh, the, I guess the CEO said he did, and all he was saying, and I couldn't agree more, is like we don't want to shake our fist at God, and when it comes to like this bicycle thing or anything, it's humility versus arrogance, and that's all he was trying to say. So he's trying to make the point we should be humble, and for doing so, he's persona non grata. Okay, humble meaning have enough humility to see what do you have in what is your will for your creation on this topic, oh Lord, and that would be as hard, as complicated as it needs to be. So and doing your due diligence, search the scripture. Now, if you're not a believer, you have no background with that, understandable. Um, I can understand, so there's all these things happening. But that's the extent of his transgression, was saying we shouldn't we shouldn't be arrogant and you know go against God like that. I guess I could read a whole verse about that. That might be a challenge. I don't know that I can because it's really uh, short, short little thing. They had the chick. Maybe we can talk about how uh, Chick-fil-A received some negativity, and then a ton of people rallied around them. An absolute ton went to support them. But that's where the world we live in. Again, when their business was doing its thing 50 years ago, 60, where people, I mean, there wasn't enough. I mean, the gay agenda, we could say, didn't have its big of a, it was probably all over Hollywood or whatever, but it just wasn't. It hadn't had enough time to. They hadn't fully implemented their propaganda plan for normalizing that lifestyle and making it more palatable to the average person. So you couldn't do something like that back then. Now you have a generation that's, I mean, even myself, when I wasn't a believer and I was learning, judge, don't do this and that. And I agree. Again, let's go back. He wasn't judging. Let's let God do the judging. I think he was cautioning people against, because I certainly don't want to run up against God and his will for his creation. Absolutely not. I have enough personal problems. I certainly don't want to be running around publicly proclaiming something that would be against his plan for his creation as a way to live your life. I don't think that's in my best interest. I don't see it being in anyone's best interest, but um, I guess the proud will be humbled. Um, all right, so what could I say? Son non grata, in how walk, simply walking in the ways of the Father. Son non grata, in how walk, just for walking in the ways of the Father. Son non grata, in how walk, simply walking in the ways of the Father. Son non grata, in how walk, just for walking in the ways of the Father. Wait, is that a line? Sure. I use that in another song that I haven't put out yet. I can't do it. Yeah, see, I can't spoil it, but I like that idea. To boom, hey, maybe something like that. Hey, What does it just say? I don't know. Then you can say, hey. I like to say, hey, kid, but not exactly. Say, what is it? What is that you say? Like, I'm just winging it. I'm winging it, you know. I'm doing this live, so I better come up with something, right? We'll say, hey, what is that she say? We're gonna play. I'm gonna play around. Hang in there. You saying it's not okay? Say, hey, what is that she say? Saying it's not okay. We're gonna get into this in the second verse, but I've been thinking. Had somebody at the New Year's say he wants to get out of his comfort zone more. So on the one hand, you cannot create success in your life without getting out of your comfort zone. Success is built on our inconvenience, not our convenience or our comfort, right? Because otherwise, you're not standing out, you're not distinguishing yourself. So how are you succeeding relative to the mass of people? Because the average person, by default, if we could just not get out of our comfort zone, that'd be great. Now, I gotta say, virtually everyone wakes up to an alarm clock. And I would think for anybody that gets you out of your comfort zone on a daily basis, and kudos, that's a good building block for success. The fact that you can get yourself up against your natural instinct to just lay in bed and get yourself up and go is an excellent start. Ringing a bell causes just someone not to be comfortable. Therefore, since it makes someone else uncomfortable, shouldn't be ringing the bell. So what we're saying is, if you can't live a life of full and complete comfort, at least in the public square at all times, that's a problem. Homelessness makes me very uncomfortable. I'm very uncomfortable seeing someone panhandle and ask me for money. I will share this with my dad. I might even say it before. Never seen it before. Probably happens sometimes. He wasn't doing too hot a lot of times. I know about up close. Well, Jeff, why don't you take care of your dad? I tried. I did what I could, but it wasn't. It just I can't. My wife comes before my dad. Okay, that's just the way God made it, and that's just the way it is. So he holds up a cup out by Iwaju Maya. Someone just shoved a 20 in there because I wouldn't give him money for cigarettes. That was just great, man. Right on, Dad, and I didn't have to pay for them stinking things. But that's uncomfortable. I don't know, maybe it made it more comfortable sticking that 20 in there. But so is that the standard? Somebody's uncomfortable, therefore no ringing the bell. The thing has been happening for what, 100 plus years has to stop. For 100 years, they were totally comfortable. Now they're not comfortable. I question all those things. Say, hey, what is it you say? Saying it's not okay. Oh, gosh, I hate to get into some of this. So, saying it's not okay. Yeah, well, it rhymes with Chick fil A, does it not? Saying it's not okay. Uh, gotta say, too, nicest people, nicest, warmest people. My wife cannot say enough good things about those folks. And that's what it's ripping. This is the devil's game. Rip, divide, and conquer. Rip the body of Christ apart. Saying it's not okay to dine at Chick fil A. Next time.